was hoping you guys would join me this week for another story, and here you are. This week is all about hope. I bet some of you are hoping for certain things under your Christmas tree, maybe. Oh, so exciting. Christmas is coming soon. In fact, today is the first day of the season that leads up to Christmas called Advent. Each week of Advent, we think about a different idea, and this week is all about hope. And that is also what our Bible story is about. Now, we're not quite at the Christmas story yet, but we're going to hear a story all about someone who had so much hope in God. That someone's name is Daniel. Daniel is an Israelite, a follower of the God of Israel. But he's not in Israel. He's in a faraway place called Babylon where he's been taken. But the ruler likes Daniel. In fact, we're going to hear more about it in today's story, which brings us back to our storybook Bible. So, without much further ado, let's hear the story of Daniel in the lion's den and all that hope that he had to have to see him through.
Daniel and the lions. Daniel loved God. He prayed every day and tried to live as God told him to. Daniel knew that no matter what, God was always with him. Daniel's good friend, King Darius, put Daniel in charge of many things in his kingdom. Some men got very jealous of Daniel and decided to get him in trouble. Heh heh, they thought, we'll get Daniel yet. The men tricked the king into making a law that everyone had to pray to King Darius and not God. Anyone who broke this law would be placed into a den full of lions. Yikes! Daniel was very afraid of lions, but he prayed to God anyway. Daniel knew he could get into big trouble. He also knew God would always be with him. Trouble came quickly. The men who tricked King Darius saw Daniel praying. Aha, they said, we've got him! Now he won't be the king's favorite. They went to tell the king, King Darius, Daniel is praying to his God instead of you. King Darius looked puzzled. Daniel always prayed to his God. What was the big deal? Then the men reminded him, you must put Daniel into the lion's den. You made it a law, remember? Oh no! King Darius didn't want to put Daniel in the lion's den. He didn't want Daniel to be hurt. But King Darius had to follow his own law. Daniel was put in with the lions. King Darius said, I hope your God helps you. He went home and stayed awake all night worrying about Daniel. In the lion's den it was dark and scary. Lions growled all around Daniel. Daniel prayed, God, I know you are with me. Please help me. God was with Daniel. At sunrise, King Darius hurried to the lion's den and had it open. Daniel, he called, are you there? Did your God save you? Daniel answered, I'm here. God kept the lions from hurting me. God always keeps me safe. King Darius was overjoyed to see his friend. From that day on, King Darius believed in God.
Whew, I don't know if I would have been able to be so hopeful in the middle of a lion's den surrounded by big scary lions, would you? I think I would have been able to be pretty good. I don't think I would be very scared because look, I'm so cute. What lion would want to chomp me? I'm too cute. You are pretty cute, buddy, I give you that. But Daniel couldn't rely on just being cute. He needed to have so much hope and faith in God that he was going to be okay in order for him to really be okay. But you are cute, you're right. So what was Daniel hopeful about? He was hopeful that God was going to stay with him. And God does. God makes the lions' mouths shut up tight, and Daniel can be in the lion's den safely without worrying about getting chomped. Imagine having so much hope and so much trust in God that lions can feel it coming off of you and their mouths get shut because of all of your hope. And when we think about lions, we don't have to think about real lions with big scary claws and angry teeth that want to chomp you up. Right, buddy? Yeah. We don't have to think about those kind of lions. Let's think about other kind of lions that exist. Maybe a worry that you have. Something you're worried about. That's a type of lion for you. It's lurking in the background and you kind of are always a little bit scared of it because it's something that worries you. Or maybe it's something you're afraid of. It's that lion in the corner that's ready to make you feel afraid. Or maybe your lion is loneliness. Maybe you haven't been able to see your friends very recently and that's lonely. That lion is loneliness and it's ready to just jump all over you and pounce. Well, you can have hope that God will eventually bring you together again. You can have hope that God will be with you when when you're facing those scary things that you're afraid of. Hope is that little voice inside of you that says, it's gonna be okay, I'm here with you. That little voice, that hopeful voice, that's God. So next time you feel like you're surrounded by big, hungry, scary lions, maybe turn to those lions and say, I'm not afraid of you because I have hope in God. Can you practice that with me? I am not afraid of you because I have hope in God. And trust that in the morning, you will be free from those scary things that are haunting you in the corners, in the darkness with the big claws and the angry teeth. You will be free from them. And maybe if you share your story about how your hope has seen you through the scary, scary times, maybe somebody like King Darius in our story will hear that and start to want to know more about this awesome God that saw you through that scary time. Wouldn't that be cool? You could get to be just like Daniel. I think you could do it. I will tell everybody about how I did not get chomped because I was so cute. And then they will also know that I am cute. Well, maybe Buddy's cuteness is a gift from God and that stops him getting chomped by lions. Maybe that's it. That must be it. Well, that's it, friends. That is our Advent story of hope this week. I really hope to see you next week for the next Advent story, which is all about peace. So I'm going to say to you, peace, and see you next week. Bye!